Yo, so what's going on, guys? It is Pwn, and it's a very sick Pwn right now, and just even that raspy intro, it really kind of hurts. But anyways, I am a little bit under the weather right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay. It's roughly, I think I had 106 kills. This is one of those games that starts off so solid. You still got like 2 or 3 minutes left. You broke the 100 kills. Easily could hit 130, 140 kills if it keeps panning out the same way with the same kind of momentum that you had. And then you just choke on a hard, fat dick. Like, it just went to hell quick as hell, and I just completely consumed and inhaled a giant chode of a whopper dick. And that's the best way I can explain it, dude. Like I fractured my throat with one of those, you know? I don't know, but, you know, it was definitely a cool gameplay. I did get upset at myself. I mean, I'm still happy that I got the 100 plus gameplay. But again, to know that it could have been so much better, and knowing that I just screwed it up at the end kind of pissed me off. But you guys will see that I die like 2 minutes in a row without a kill, and it just kills me inside, in my throat. Obviously, we've been there. But anyways, today I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. I also have a giveaway for you guys. There is an El Gato. If you guys are not aware of what an El Gato is, I'll leave a link down below. You guys can check out their website. They are currently, in my opinion, the best creators of capture devices for anybody that's looking into getting into YouTube or simply collecting videos for clips. That guy's bad, so are the rest of his teammates. But I really do like the El Gato. I think, I've been using the Hauppauge HD PVR for years now, and the El Gato really defecates on all of the aspects of the Hauppauge. I mean, it's more compact, less wiring, better software. It is like the full upgrade, you know? It's like, why fiddle with the mom when you got the hot 18-year-old daughter? You know what I mean? It's like completely upgraded, next-gen kind of feel, and it's incredible. So I'm giving away one of those to you guys. All you got to do down below is just leave a comment, you know? It's all chosen at random. You can leave multiple comments, do whatever you want, and also I want to thank them for giving that away for you guys. Hopefully we'll be able to give one of those away a month for you, which is pretty freaking cool. So look forward to more of those and check into it if you want to. I mean, there's still time before Christmas if you want to get one of those. But anyways, I want to talk to you guys about something else today. Now, this is something that I've thought of for a while because, you know, it's just something that I think about. A lot of my commentaries come to me when I'm either in bed, in the shower, or taking a shit. And I'm not just saying that because it's usually when I'm naked. I don't want you guys to think about that I'm thinking about entertaining you guys while I'm naked. But it's more along the lines that, you know, when I'm shitting, that's kind of like downtime. It's time where I'm just sitting there and, you know, wanting to use the time usefully because, you know, how amazing a turd can actually be when you release it is great and all. But, you know, that spare time, I could be thinking about what I could be doing for work, like YouTube, or entertaining you guys, or when I need to pay my bills, or what I could do with my wife later on. So that's usually, you know, when those things come to me. So I've been thinking a lot lately, what do I want to do? I've got a kid on the way here. We're about 2 months away from having baby Pwn Star in the world. And I started to think, you know, it's the end of the world. You know, today, how we survived it, we're fucking legends. What are we going to do about this? And I started to think to myself, like, what about Santa Claus? Are we going to tell him that, you know, Santa and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and all of that stuff is legit? Huh? Are we going to be able to do that? And then my wife asked me that today. We were laying in bed. Well, I haven't been to sleep yet, but I went ahead and woke her up. We've been under the weather together, so I wanted to check on her. And she asked me, she said, hey, are we going to tell Colton about Santa Claus? And I had to sit there and think. I'm like, I had to weigh the pros and cons, you know what I mean? I had to be like, if we tell him Santa Claus is real, we have the cool benefit, you know, the great upbringing, we get to experience the excitement, you know, of every Christmas morning, which has got to be, you know, rewarding enough to see his face, you know, just completely, you know, a unique experience. The experience about making cookies and setting out milk, building up hope and curiosity. Eventually he'll get to the age where he wants to find out about what's going on. So, you know, it's going to be a unique experience. So do you want that kind of experience? Easter Bunny, do you want to be able to do that kind of stuff, you know, have him go around looking for eggs? You know, do you want your kid to experience that? And do you want to experience that with your kid? Do you think he deserves the right, even if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, do you think that your child deserves the right to experience that as a whole? And in my honest opinion, I'm leaning towards it. You know, I gave the story a while back where I used to be like, people used to get, like, what I don't understand how people get pissed when their kids lie to them. I'm like, you start lying to them out the gate. You tell them the tooth fairy is real, Santa Claus is real. You get mad when they lie at you, but from birth, you were like, nope, all this shit's real, and you done lied to them. So I've always been one of those guys that's like, either tell him he's fake or, you know, deal with it. So I don't know. It builds hope. It builds excitement. There's so many great things to come from it. That's just me trolling, honestly, with that excuse. Just dicking around. But I do like the concept. Now that I'm becoming a father, I have to think about this. Because you can't really just choose one of them. You can't say Santa's real and, you know, the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and, you know, all of that shit is real and fake and anything like that. If you knock one of them, you're going to have to knock them all. And then you have to realize that if you're going to tell him that shit's not real, he's going to go snitch. He's going to be at school, and all these kids are going to be like, oh, my God, Santa Claus brought me presents today. And he's going to be like, you know, bitch, I got the receipt. No, you got that. Your mom bought that at Walmart. She didn't even care enough about you to go to Toys R Us and buy that shit. You got it off the dollar rack. Get out of here, ho. So it's like, I don't know. Do you want your kid to not know and then also possibly ruin it for other people? That's kind of like, So I'm like weighing the pros and cons. But I started to lean towards I'd rather like him to experience that. I'd like to do the Easter egg hunting, you know. But you have to understand also from my perspective, I'm not a religious person. So even if I told him that, you know, we still do presents. We still, you know, partake in that kind of activity. But to be completely honest, you know, if I told him that Santa Claus isn't real, but he still gets present every year, what am I supposed to say? You know, I'm not religious. I can't say this is, you know, a religious holiday. I can't say this is when Jesus was born, or I don't know the exact reason why people celebrate Christmas, because lol presents and pretty fucking bows and ribbons. That's all I care about. So, like, I don't know what to tell him. I mean, I'm not a religious person, so I can't use that excuse. I can't say Santa. So what do I do? Like, same thing with Easter. You know, Easter is, in my opinion, a religious holiday. I mean, if he wants to run around chasing eggs from an Easter bunny, that's fine, but I don't really celebrate Easter myself because I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Am I going to just go around laying fortune cookies and, you know, hope he gets one that's not bullshit? Like, it's just confusing. So I would like to have that experience. I'd like to do it too, because you know, the biggest one I want to be the Tooth Fairy. I want to straight up be the Tooth Fairy because every fucking person wants to know if they're stealthy enough. You know, I'm going to put on like lightweight. I'm going to put on, you make sure I got that shit on, you know, dead silence. Sneak into the bedroom and try to get that tooth out and put $1 underneath there. I ain't one of them fucking parents that put 25 cents. Fuck that. Gum ain't no 5 cents anymore, man. You know, you're gonna need to put an iPod Touch under that bitch. Kids want so much nowadays. So you got to be big ballin'. I remember when I was when I was younger and allowance and shit was $5. These guys are gonna want to fucking, you know, $200 per each week or something. These kids are straight hustling nowadays. But you know, so many things have changed, and even in my opinion, I think that holidays and Santa Claus and everything like that has kind of drifted apart. You don't see too many people talking about it. It's like all commercial now. It's all media. You see Santa Claus in the malls and stuff. And, you know, excuse me, I just don't understand that because I feel that a lot of the personalities, like the Easter Bunny and all that stuff, has kind of been forgotten. You don't hear people talk about it anymore, and that upsets me. I don't know what's happening to our world right now. I remember when I was a kid, I was, 5, 6 years old, and I used to sneak around trying to find out if he was real, because I used to stake out every night, right? I sit there with the light on the door, just peeping back and forth between the window and the door. I'm like, wait till I hear fucking noise, you know? I was sound horn for days when I was a kid trying to find out about Santa Claus. I didn't care about the Tooth Fairy. I couldn't, you know, I don't know. I just didn't care about the Tooth Fairy. I just wanted my money, right? Bitch better pay up. So I didn't even care about that. It was Santa Claus. I always wanted to catch this motherfucker. I'm like, how does this fat motherfucker fit down this little tiny chimney? I don't even have a chimney. You know, my mom gave me some bullshit story that he came from the water thing or the heater or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to drop a like and favorite, guys. It helps out a lot. Check out all the links down below, and thanks for all the support, guys.